Hello and welcome to the weather update. It is August 22nd, 2021, and so glad to be able to be here and do this weather update and dodging a major disaster. We really dodged a real bullet here with Henri. This is the satellite image from earlier, and you can see the eye heading right for Rhode Island there, right for Providence, and that's around where it made landfall. And it made landfall as a tropical storm. But as you can see here, the main story is the rain with this storm. We didn't really get a lot of wind, but we got a lot of rain. And that rain is continuing to fall in areas to the west of our area here. The rain is continuing over the northern half of New Jersey. These are areas that have already gotten so much rain. And some of this... Why do I always sneeze when I start this weather update? Some of this is moving over eastern Pennsylvania as well, and a lot of rain here falling, a lot of rain, and that's the main story with this. It wasn't really the wind, but the rain. Let's go to the current information from the Hurricane Center. Henri is now just a tropical depression, and its maximum sustained winds only 35 miles an hour, minimum central pressure 1,000 millibars. And it's located at 71.7 north or 72.8 west, and it's pretty much dissipating, and it really died quick. I gotta say, it literally had the wind knocked out of it, so to speak, once it went into New England. Let's look at another satellite image. This is the current one. You could barely even see it now. You could just see a very weak center of circulation, and that's it. And it's pretty much. Now the issue is it is now kind of cut off from the. We have like I said, not much of a jet stream to move this thing along, so it's just continuing to rain. Wind is no longer an issue; it's mainly just the rain. That is. Let's see if we can go to these storms and we can go to Henri here. So this will kind of show you its landfall today. Actually, this is a good image. So this will show you its landfall. There it is. There's the landfall right into New England right there. And you can see the sun came out in parts of the island, kind of cleared up as the sun was setting, especially over Suffolk County. And you can see there it is, moving inland right there. Quite a impressive sight, nonetheless. That's for sure. Let's go to those rainfall amounts, because this is really what we're going to be talking about is this rain. And yeah, the railroad had some damage out east. Nothing too bad. They are going to be restoring service tomorrow morning on the east end. You can see there was some trees along the tracks they had to clean up. You can see here. Oh yeah, that's right. Twitter. They want to be a pain right now. So you can see some trees. There was some tree. They had a patrol train that spotted this tree that had fallen in East Hampton. So there was some tree damage out east and some scattered power outages, but not really that bad. Could have been a whole lot worse. We really did dodge the bullet with this. This is the satellite image here. We can look at the satellite image and you can see here. It's very disorganized, and the moisture is all being flung off to the west now. So very disorganized looking system. This is the latest from the Hurricane Center. So you have that as the depression, but most of the moisture is well to the west of the center of it. And it is going to eventually move away starting tomorrow. It'll start moving away. So we'll start seeing that rain threat dissipate now. All right. Let's go look at poweroutage.us, and Rhode Island has the most impact right now, and you can see here, this county here, as well as this county here, they have a lot of power outages here in this part of Rhode Island. So this was the area that got hit very hard, is Rhode Island. So there was an area, we dodged the bullet, they took the bullet in Rhode Island, and they have a lot of people without power right now in Rhode Island. And so that could have been us. So we're very lucky about that. Let's go to the weather and hazards map here. We'll look at the weather and hazards map, and you'll still see those flood warnings up for northern New Jersey and flood advisories for the rest of the area again, because we've just gotten so much rain. We look at the current conditions outside right now, and we see the dew points dropping a little bit. We have dew points in the upper 60s now. So not quite as a tropical feeling as it was earlier. And of course, the temperatures are generally in the lows. Very cool day today with all those clouds and showers around. Let's look at this map and see how much rainfall fell today. Go to the precipitation, and we're going to move this back actually, we're going to move this back a whole day to the 21st, so we can include yesterday's amounts as well in here. So I'll move this to 3 from yesterday. And look at that. So you can see some areas of Nassau County really 4.60. I mean, this is what you get when you get a tropical system. You get a lot of rain, and you can see here 4.60 inches in Carl Place for the rainfall. 3.23 in Plainview. Farmingdale Airport got 3.02 inches of rain. 4.35 in Muttontown. So a lot of rain has fallen in our area. So I'm sure the lakes and the rivers are going to be very interesting to look at. North Massapequa, 4.58 inches of rain. 3.06 in Greenlawn. And you head it further out east in Suffolk, numbers not quite as high. Islip is at 1.72. 2.17 in Ridge. And originally the models were saying the heavier rain was going to fall in the Suffolk County area, but you can see that's not exactly what happened. 2.35 in Manaville, 2.40 at West Hampton, and 1.97 at excuse me, Shirley. Right, and the East End really didn't get much rain at all. Some areas in East Hampton, some areas less than an inch. Montauk Point got 1.76 inches. So you get the idea of where the heavy rain fell. And then if you go further west into the city, it gets even more impressive. You see some of these numbers here, like 6.23 let's see what Kennedy got. 4.39 inches at Kennedy, 6.23 at Sheepshead Bay. Look at some of these numbers here. 9.02 in Brooklyn. In some areas in this part of Brooklyn here. I click that again. It just says Brooklyn. 8.30 in this part of Brooklyn. That looks like around Prospect Park there. And there's a lot of flooding of the subways in this area too as well. In the city really got hammered with the heavy rain. 7.10 in Central Park. So Manhattan really got heavy. The rain was really more of an event even further west than we anticipated. And look at these numbers in northern New Jersey. Incredible numbers here that we have. Let me just dim this layer a little bit here so we can see the towns a little more. All right, so you can see here 5.66 in Hasbrook Heights, 5.47 in Passaic, 5.27 in Warwick. So there's going to be a lot of river flooding in these areas. 4.66 at Ramapo River Dam and Pompton Lakes. So these rivers are going to be very high as a result of all this rain. And you know we've already had a lot of rain. 7.32 in Harrison. Oddly enough, though, Newark International only has 3.69. 5.08 at the east in Maplewood there. 5.23 in West Orange. And so yeah, New Jersey really getting hit hard here with the rain. Spotswood 4.58. At Old Bridge, that's saying Old Bridge, 4.73. So, yeah, this is really putting a lot of rain here into New Jersey, 4.64. And it's still raining in these areas. That's the thing. It's still raining. And that's why there's the flood warning. We got a 5.31 in Freehold. And then as you go down to Toms River, it's a little less, 1.67. 2.27 in Lakehurst. Let's see what we have here. But still, you go further south, those numbers go up again. Cedar Bridge 4.77, 4.56 at Coyle Field. Look at some of these. Look at some of these numbers. 5.36 at Harvey Cedar. So New Jersey getting hit very hard by the rain, which again, it's impossible to predict exactly where the heavy rain is going to line up. But you know that when you have a tropical system like this, that it's going to bring a lot of rain, and that's exactly what happened here. And parts of New Jersey really got hit really hard by this rain. And if we could look at to our north here, let's get some of those readings to the north here. We can get them on the screen because they also got hit very hard. 5.14 in West Milford, New Jersey. 3.36 in Ossining. So Westchester also 4.30 in Tarrytown. So this is a tremendous amount of rain. This is what happens when you get a tropical system moving into the area. You just get a lot of rain, and that's exactly what's happened. And we're going to go to the National Weather Service site right now. We're going to look and see. Obviously, no longer under the tropical storm warning, but you can see the flash flood warning. And let's go and look at the latest rainfall reports from the National Weather Service. Those are the latest? I guess they are the latest. This was as of 2:38, so these aren't even as updated as the ones I just went over for you right now. These are the latest ones that I have. I can't believe that they don't have anything more recent. I'm going to refresh the page. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, there you go. So here are the rainfall reports from the National Weather Service. And you can see these numbers in Connecticut, 1.4 hours. Nothing terrible over there, but then you go into Middlesex County, 2.35. New Haven, Meriden, 2.09. New London, the number starts going up, 3.70. And then it's when you get into New Jersey that you get these crazy numbers, like Oakland, 6.19 for a rainfall amount. Teterboro Airport, 4.81. Lodi, 4.68. So there's a lot of low-lying areas in parts of New Jersey that are going to pick up a lot of rain. This number for Hasbrook Heights is a little different here, 3.79 than the one we read to you on the map. Caldwell, 4.84. Southwest of Caldwell South, 4.50. West Orange, 3.94. In Hudson County, Harrison, 6.68 inches of rain. In Jersey City, 4.75 inches. 6 inches in Ringwood. Passaic, 5.49 inches of rain. Newark Airport recording 3.67 inches of rain. You got to remember it's still raining there. All right. And then we go into Brooklyn. Look at this amount here in Brooklyn, 8.03 inches. That is insane. That was recorded at 2:15 p.m. and it was still raining at the time. All right. Prospect Park, 7.77 inches. South Slope, 7.05 inches. Brooklyn College, 6.27 inches. Byram Hill, 6.16 inches. Sheepshead Bay, 6.15 inches. It's an insane amount of rain. Bayside, 3.42 inches. In Nassau County, Seaford recording 5.01 inches. Wantagh, 4.85 inches. Plainview, 4.80 inches. Levittown, 4.57 inches. Glenhead, 4.56 inches. Mineola, 4.49 inches. Woodbury, 4.20 inches. Great Neck, 4.19 inches. Massapequa Park, 3.96 inches. North Massapequa, 3.84 inches. Farmingdale, 3.83 inches. Thomaston, 3.78 inches. You get the idea. Just a lot of rain here. It's a tremendous amount of rain to get. We've already been kind of wet, so the grounds are pretty saturated. Look at Central Park reporting 7.04 inches in Manhattan. Midtown, 6.46 inches. Battery Park, 6.15 inches. Matthew Palmer Playground, 5.35 inches. And Greenpoint, it's saying Greenpoint. That's in that Brooklyn. It's saying 2 miles west-northwest of Greenpoint. Greenpoint, 4.24 inches. So that's a lot of rain there. And also Orange County, too, where it's still raining. Warwick, 3 inches. In Queens, Lake Success, I was saying 1 mile west-southwest of Lake Success, 6.58 inches. Howard Beach, 5.91 inches. JFK, 4.39 inches. Kew Gardens Hills, 3.76 inches. LaGuardia, 3.45 inches. This may go down as the wettest August on record because of this. College of Staten Island, 4.02 inches in Staten Island there. In Rockland County, Nyack got 3.969 inches. Nanuet, 2.63 inches, not as much there. Suffolk County, again, western part of the county, the South Shore, getting hit pretty hard. West Islip, 4.03 inches. Copeg, 3.25 inches. Melville, 3.21 inches. West Babylon, 3.18 inches. Farmingdale Airport, 3.02 inches. North Babylon, 2.94 inches. West Gilgo, 2.94 inches. So a little less in Suffolk County. These numbers aren't quite as impressive as Nassau. 2.40 at West Hampton. Ridge, 2.05. And Westchester County and Tarrytown, 4.26 inches there. Mamaroneck, 3.57 inches. And then we had some maritime stations too in here as well reporting. So a tremendous amount of rain, and we'll put links to those reports there as well. Let's go to the flash flood reports as well. And we've been through a lot of these already. These were from last night, where we had a lot of streets and water rescues going on from the flash flooding. This was from. Let's see if we can find any that were from today. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Route 3. We already read that already. Flooding on I-280 westbound. Flooded rain. All lanes BQE closed at Kane Street. This was last night. Again, Grassmere in Staten Island, St. John's Avenue flood, water up to the hood of a car, a flash flood in Union, a flash flood in another flash flood in Elizabeth in Union County, 1 and 9. Connecticut, New London, SR2 East closed due to flooding. Flash flood, that's from before. Westchester, flooding on Taconic State Parkway. Flooding in Elmsford. Flash flood in Greenville, Westchester County, Bronx River Parkway closed due to flooding. A flash flood in Jamaica. Tuskegee Airman Way closed due to flooding. Flash flood in Rockland County, North Main Street. I'm amazed that there aren't more to this list with all the rain that we've gotten. I'm really kind of surprised, actually. Let's go now to the latest wind reports. All right, so these are the wind reports that we have, and I think we already read this to you earlier. Again, with the strongest winds on Long Island being reported at Great Gull Island, 69 miles an hour. And Stony Brook was on top of the hospital, 53 miles an hour. Baiting Hollow, 52 miles an hour. So most of those high reports are out east. Orient, 50 miles an hour. Napiog, 49 miles an hour. Man, what a... Still, even though we didn't get the worst case scenario, still a lot of amazing stuff happened. And the next thing I want to do is going to the rivers and lakes and see what's going on over here on the rivers and lakes map and see what we have here, because it looks like I see some red dots on the map, which indicates rivers in flood stage. So here we go. We'll just make this a little smaller so you can see that. And you can see here that the Millstone River at Blackwell's Mills is in a moderate flood stage now. If we look at, let's see what the Toms River is doing. That's not going to get up to flood stage. But some of these other rivers are nearing it. Manasquan River is in an action flood stage. We have the Bronx River. That's at a moderate flood stage. Let me move that over again. I really wish it would put it more in the middle. We have the Saddle River at Ringwood, New Jersey. That is definitely into a moderate flood stage. Lawrence Brook at Whetstone Mills. That still looks like it's going down already. We already did the Millstone River. That's 2 for the Millstone, actually. Millstone River at Millstone, New Jersey. That's continuing to go up. That's at a moderate flood stage right now. So we're starting to see this flooding going on here. And again, I kind of wish this would move. Let's get this a little more into New Jersey here. McDonald's Branch at McDonald's Branch, New Jersey. Near the action, not too high. And then we have one over here, too, that's in yellow. Jamaica Bay at Inwood. Forgive me again. This is what I get for not putting the air purifier on. Carl's River at Babylon, 1.91. That's not too bad, considering all the rain we've had. It may take a day or two to actually get into these rivers, but it will show up in there. Peconic River. We could also look at some of these in Connecticut where the flood stage is not defined. So we have some flooding of rivers going on here. It's like I said, it's a lot of rain. It's definitely going to fill up the lakes and the rivers. This is the Ramapo River here, which is rising, and it's in an action flood stage as well. So we're going to have to watch this, and these rivers are probably going to continue to rise because there is a delayed reaction when we see this. So we go to tropical tidbits, and we already looked at that satellite image, I believe. I don't know if we did, but we'll look at it again. And you can see there's all the moisture falling still over New Jersey. A very lopsided looking storm, though. This part of the storm is dry, and this part is wet. And let's go now to the models. I guess we'll go to the models next, and we'll start looking at what's going to be happening now with this storm pulling away. And we'll cover this. We'll cover the weather through tomorrow till Tuesday. So you can see here on the GFS, the moisture still lingering around. There's that center of the low. It finally moves away by Tuesday, but this is I believe this is the 18 ZGFS. Oh, look at total accumulated precip because more rain is still going to fall. You can see here in this area right here, northern New Jersey, still could pick up another 2 to 3 inches of rain on top of what they've already gotten, which is pretty bad. I gotta say, so that's not going to be good at all. We can look at the HRRR as well. And we have the 0Z HRRR to look at, and we can look at the total rainfall accumulation for that too, and see that it's actually giving some areas even more rain. Again, seeing those isolated areas, 1 to 2 inches more rain, even in Nassau County, because we have the chances of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. If we look at it, we go back to the to this, you'll see that, like I said, it's just sitting there and spinning. And it's going to rotate some moisture through perhaps tomorrow. It won't be a constant rain, but there could be the chance of a shower or thunderstorm, particularly in the afternoon, and that could bring some more heavy rain. And then that threat will finally end tomorrow evening as the remnant low finally pulls away. So you get the idea of what is going to happen here. We do also have the NAM model as well, which we can look at as well, the 0Z NAM, which we have 17 hours worth of with, and you see similar idea again, that chance of rain tomorrow lingering into the afternoon, because you got this low that's just going to sit. The remnant low is just going to sit here and not going to get picked up right away, and that's going to keep the moisture around, because again, there's nothing much to steer it if we look at the upper aerodynamics, and I'd have to look at the GFS for that, I guess, because I don't think the HRRR gives us that either. I don't think it does. See if it does. Give us that. Yeah, no, it doesn't. The GFS does, though, so I'll show you what I mean, why this is not in a hurry to get out of here. It's because we don't really have a jet stream here. It's a cutoff low, basically. Cutoff remnant low from Henri. And that we're going to have to wait for it slowly to lift out as this ridge building in from the west pushes it out of the way. All right? So let's go back to the HRRR 0Z, and we will go ahead and look at the temperatures. Obviously, with the showers around tomorrow and clouds, maybe some peaks of sun, I don't see it getting able to get all that warm tomorrow. Probably upper 70s to around 80. But then once we get into Tuesday, that's when things start heating up. We have a little bit of disagreement with the miles. HRRR says we're going to be in the mid-80s on Tuesday. GFS has it a lot hotter than that. The ground is pretty moist, so I'm favoring the lower temperatures, I think, because it's going to be harder to heat that moist ground up. But the humidity will still be somewhat. We're still going to have some humidity around. With dew points, it's still in the uncomfortable range. And if you look at the wind directions, tomorrow we'll have more of a southwest wind, but then for Tuesday, the winds go a little more westerly, and that's going to inhibit any sea breeze development. Now, if we look at the GFS, you'll see, again, GFS has the southwest wind, almost a south wind tomorrow. Again, with that remnant low to our north, that would continue the wind from the south. But then the winds go west. That's what's going to dry us out and get rid of the rain chances on Tuesday. And then we have dew points in the 60s, in the upper 60s. All right, but if you look at the GFS, you can see it's much hotter. It has temperatures much hotter in the mid-90s. We'll have to see it. And soil moisture might work in our favor here to keep these temperatures a little bit lower. I still think that some areas are going to get pretty damn close to the 90-degree mark on Tuesday, particularly the usual areas, Nassau County, New York City, New Jersey. Probably 90s in New Jersey, though it depends. They've gotten a lot of rain, too, let's not forget. And then that heat continues, unfortunately, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have to wait until Saturday to get rid of it. But I really don't want to go too much into the long range in this. All right, we're just going to try to finish up here on Henri here and getting Henri out of here. Cloud cover. Tomorrow we'll probably have some cloud cover, like I said, mix of sun and clouds. So a lot of billowing, puffy clouds. It'll be like a tropical-looking sky. And then as we get into Tuesday, we'll have much more sunshine around. Though it might be hazy sunshine, but it might not be. We might have a blue sky. It's hard to say with the smoke. Right now, I'm not even looking at that. We can look at the NAM. And you can see the NAM keeps a good deal of clouds around with that shower chance as well tomorrow. So again, we're going to still have some of the effects from Henri. Isn't just mainly is the rain is the main thing that's going to be lingering now, as we start to see Henri, the remnants of Henri, pull away from our area. But quite a ride. It's been a roller coaster, actually. Seeing how the forecasts have changed. But the GFS has been the most consistent, and I will say the GFS really did handle this pretty well. And if we looked at the GFS total accumulated precip, I think we already did. You can see it has more of the rain upstate. But again, we're going to have to see. It's very hard to say what's going to happen. But with that moisture around, there's always the possibility that we'll see more of that rain tomorrow. We can look at the Ventus sky as well for tomorrow. So we can look at this as well. This is the Ventus sky for tomorrow. We'll put this at 2 o'clock. So you'll see we have that south wind. You see there's the center of low pressure right there to our north. And if we put the clouds on the screen, you'll see a good deal of clouds around, some precipitation, possibly some thunderstorms around as well. We're going to actually go to the Cape levels. And the Cape levels, as far as any severe thunderstorms go, I don't think they're going to be severe. They'll just mainly be rainmakers, like the kind of showery thunderstorms we've already been seeing. I don't think there's going to be any severe weather. We can look at the SPC Storm Prediction Center. That'll be the final part of this weather update. And you will see here that we go to the thunderstorm outlook. That's not the right one. Convective outlook. No severe weather for us on day 1. And day 2, no severe weather. So won't be any severe thunderstorms, mainly just rainmakers from these storms. And, of course, that flooding is remaining the big threat with the ground already saturated. So we could see more of that, again, as we really get Henri, we may have dodged the wind, but we definitely did not dodge the rain. And that rain, the flash flooding, is still going to continue to be a threat, which is why we have this flash flood watch in effect. What, did they take it away for us now? It looks like they did take it away for us, but this may need to be reissued again tomorrow. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, again, if we get some more. But it's hard to say. Right now, you look at this and you say, oh, it doesn't look that bad. But then let's look at the radar. We got a breakaway shower that just popped over here. So this is what you're going to have to watch out for. It's going to be more of this type of precipitation, the isolated showers that could put another inch or two of rain on the ground. This is the steady rain over here. It's just going to sit here, basically. This is very bad for this area here. So there's going to be a lot more flooding to the west. The impacts over New Jersey, definitely, northern New Jersey, eastern Pennsylvania, are significantly more than any of us could have anticipated regarding the rain. But that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care and have a good night.